Yes. Hello, children. Today we are going to learn the first encounters and greetings in the English conversations. But first, we will talk about the importance of communication. Communication is an indispensable necessity of life. It's really essential for people to come together or live together. A person has to communicate in order to maintain a healthy and happy life in the social environment. Therefore, we must know what a good communication is. For this, we will focus on the issues that we need to pay attention to today, especially the greeting expressions we use in English and in the first encounters and greetings. But first, we will talk about important points to consider for effective communication. The first one is body language and movement. Body language can express many emotions and reactions that cannot be explained with words in the shortest way, but controlling body language is harder than controlling the words. We often unconsciously use gestures and facial expressions, so we need to be careful about it. For example, let's imagine that you met an old friend while walking on the street, and while chatting with him or her, you can easily understand that your friend doesn't feel comfortable because he constantly straightens his clothes and snaps his fingers, wants to leave immediately. And another example would be that your friend constantly checks the time with hesitant eyes, doesn't make any eye contact with you, and makes hasty movements while chatting. And this would be a really irritating situation. And intonation and speed. Another important point for effective communication is to make use of intonation when speaking, especially when it is necessary to emphasize a point or draw attention to a different one. Talking at the same speed and in the same tone of voice can be much more boring and incomprehensible for the other person. So a suitable intonation should be determined according to the type and content of the speech. And the levels, yes, levels are also quite important. What do I mean by levels? Yes, you'll understand very well what I mean with an example. Let's imagine that you meet a teacher you love in a supermarket. You haven't seen for a long time and you really want to talk to her and have a little chat. You are wondering if she still works at the same school or not, and just because you met in the same market, you think that she lives in the same neighborhood as you and you want to learn more about it. While you are approaching her in a high mood with such enthusiasm and willingness, she seems much more reluctant and greets you with a low mood and contrary to your sincere behavior. Therefore, of course, this affects you negatively and you feel that you have to keep a distance. Yes, this is a really bad situation. So we shouldn't lower anyone's mood in our communication at a low level. Now we can watch a video about this level and I think you will understand better. Next.
Extra English practice. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, goodbye. Blah, 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 blah. I'm very busy. Bye.
Yes. That was an example. After talking about some important points to be considered in communication, now let's examine the expressions that we can use in first encounters and greetings in English. And let's gather this part under four main headings. These are opening dialogue, social function dialogue, transitions, and closing dialogue. There are many different ways to greet people and introduce yourself in English in different situations. You need to use different words and phrases to greet people. And in this part, we will learn which phrases we can use in the opening dialogue. Hey man, hi, hey dude, hello. Uh, these are the most popular greeting patterns that you can use quite comfortably if the other person is your friend or if you have an advanced level of sincerity. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you can also use these phrases when you meet someone new. While communicating with people in our daily lives, we need to just adjust our speaking style according to our relationship with the person in front of us and in accordance with the environments we are in. For example, we would like to greet our friends with whom we are sincere in a much faster and easier way. For example, yo, hey, yo is more of a cool expression. It has similar meaning like hey, pişt in Turkish. And good day, Matt, it's used as an abbreviation for good day. And the other ones are in other alternatives. And social function dialogue. This is the part where we start the conversation slowly after the first greeting part is over. We talk about how life is going, what has been going on lately, and similar things in this part. For example, we can start the conversation saying, how is it going? And here an example. How is everything? How are things? How is life? These three question sentences, which have similar meanings to how's it going, are suitable for starting a conversation. Since it's not as comfortable as how's it going, it can really be used in formal situations. How's your day? How's your day going? It would be more appropriate to use these phrases with people with whom we have sincerity. You know, no one needs to ask their boss how is his day, right? Good to see you. Nice to see you. And another conversation example. Long time no see. It's been a while. How have you been? What have you been up to? How have you been? It means more how you are. You can use this pattern when chatting with someone you haven't seen for a long time, and you may prefer to use it with people with whom you are in so close. How do you do? You can use this phrase comfortably in a meeting with your colleagues in a business environment because you know this is a more formal phrase. Are you okay? You all right, mate. Sup, what's up? Both of them is the abbreviation of what's up, and these are also like slang expressions. Now let's watch another video about social function dialogue.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
How's it going? Buzz, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
Good, just how's it going?
Oh, no, this place is like a fortress.
It's going all right. How you been? How you doing?
Hey. Hi, Joey.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Fantastic.
How you doing?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Nothing much. What is up?
Nothing. What's up?
Nothing. What's up with you?
And I've been studying for weeks.
So, what have you been up to? I've been working nonstop.
I've been working in radio.
What have you been up to?
Not too much.
What have you been up to?
Nothing.
Yes, and that was an example. Okay, now the transitions. Now let's take a look at the patterns used in transition part. When we come to the end of the conversation, we can use these following expressions before the closing dialogue, since it will be strange to say goodbye directly without giving a reason. So we can use these phrases. Okay then, so well, all right, let's meet again soon. Is there anything you want from me? We should meet for lunch one day. It was great to catch up. I'll call you next week. Good to talking to you. Yes. Uh, sorry. Yes, now time to say goodbye. Closing dialogue. This is the part where the last words of farewell are used before we leave. We can give examples of these sentences as follows. Goodbye, take care of yourself, have a nice day, good evening, bye-bye. It was nice to talking to you. Have a good afternoon, see you later, catch you later, and peace out. Catch you later and peace out are a little more informal. And yes, the references. If you want to check the things I used in the presentation, you can find the links here. And thanks for watching and listening to me.